Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are safe and fine at home. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is in your syllabus in final term. The name of the chapter is Volume and Surface Area of Solids. We've already studied about the 3D shapes in our previous classes. Okay, so today we are going to study about the volume and the surface area, the formula related to it, and how do we calculate the volume and surface area of these 3D shapes. Okay, so starting with, as you can see in the slide shows a colorful picture of so many 3D shapes. Okay, you can see the cubes, the cuboids, the cylinder. So in this chapter, in this topic, we are basically going to study about surface area and volume of cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere and hemisphere. Okay. So cube. Let us discuss about cube. How does a cube look like? You have already seen dice which you play. Okay, you play a ludo, and you have already seen how a dice look like. So that's the best example of a cube. So let us see the definition of a cube. A cuboid whose length, breadth and height is same is called a cube. Okay, and what is a solid cube? A solid cube is the part of the space enclosed by 6 faces of the cube. When you look at the picture, you'll be more clear and very sure about the figure. How does a cube look like? Okay, it has all its faces equal. Then the parts of the cube, let us study about its parts also. Okay, we know the sides are called the faces. Okay, so there are 6 faces, all are of equal sizes. Then there are edges, or in your terms you can say the corners. Okay, so a line segment formed when two edges meet. A cube has 12 edges. Okay, so when you look at a cube, since it is a three-dimensional figure, okay, so it will have 12 edges, because okay, and the vertex are the meeting points. A point formed where the three edges meet is called the cubes, of called the vertices. So basically a cube has 8 vertices. Okay, now talking about the lateral surface area of a cube and volume, and also the total surface area. Okay, so a lateral surface area of cube is equal to 4 squares. Okay, and volume of the cube is equal to the edges. As many number of edges you have, that many cubic centimeters. Okay, cube. So the LSA of a cuboid is equal to 2 bracket L plus B into H, and the TSA of a cuboid is equal to 2 bracket LB plus BH plus LH, and the volume of the cuboid is equal to length into breadth into height. Okay, the TSA of a cube is equal to 6a square, which is less than the total surface area of a cube and also the sum of the areas of the faces of a cube. Okay, these are just the revision of the formulas, okay, which you have already done previous years. Now surface area of a cube. The surface area of a cube, since all 6 faces of a cube are squares of the same size, for a cube we have L equal to B and equal to H, so we can name it as A, or we can also name all the sides as L. Therefore, L centimeter is the length of edge or side of a cube. Therefore, the surface area of a cube can be called as 6L square or 6A square. Okay. Then comes the second figure, that is the cuboid. The cuboid is the three-dimensional figure of a rectangle. You must have seen a rectangle. So many rectangles combined together make the cuboid. Okay, a solid which has 6 rectangular faces at right angles to each other is said to be a cuboid. Quickly we'll see the curved surface area of the cuboid. The surface area of the cuboid without the top, if the lid is not there, then the formula is 2 bracket BH plus LH plus LB. Okay, the height is has been deleted, is be removed because the top is not there. Surface area of the cuboid without the top and the bottom will be 2 bracket BH plus HL. Okay, over here the LB doesn't come because over here your length and breadth of one side, that is the top, has been removed. So The total surface area of the cuboid is, as you can see, we have written the area of rectangle so many times. This is only to show you that how many times the area of the rectangle has been multiplied, and so many times, there are 6 times it has been multiplied. So the total surface area of the cuboid comes to 2 bracket LB plus BH plus HL. Okay, because every time we are multiplying length into breadth and breadth into length and length into height twice each. So the formula sums up into this. Then let us talk about the volume. Volume is basically the space occupied by an object. So volume is also referred to as the capacity of an object. Thus the volume of the cuboid is the base area into height, that is L into B into H basically. Okay, so the volume of the cuboid will be written as length into breadth into height. Okay, now let us talk about the cylinder. You must have seen the best example of a cylinder is a talcum powder. Okay, the box of a talcum powder, or the cylinders at your home, the where you do your cooking. Okay, so these cylinders are the best examples. Okay, so a cylinder is one of the most basic curvilinear geometric shapes. The surface formed by the points at the fixed distance from a given line segment, the axis of the cylinder, the solid enclosed by this surface, and the two planes perpendicular to the axis is called a cylinder. Let us quickly see the TSA of a cylinder, that is the total surface area. As you can look at the figure, now the formula has been broken into parts. Here, area of the base, area of the top, both are in the circular form, so the area and of the base and the top will be pi r square plus pi r square, and the surface and the curved surface of the cylinder is equal to 2 pi r h. So when you combine all, you get the total surface area of the cylinder, which is equal to 2 pi r bracket r plus h. 2 pi r is the common part, so it is outside the bracket r plus h. Okay, where h refers to as the height of the cylinder. Now talking about the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder is the area of the base and the height, therefore pi r square h simply. If the volume of the cylinder is a hollow cylinder, okay, it's not a solid cylinder, then the volume of the hollow cylinder will be pi big R square minus small r square into h. Okay, where r is the radius and h is the height. Now let us talk about the cone, very familiar figure which we have always seen. Okay, the cone, the best example could be the birthday caps or the clown caps. Okay, we are always seeing these figures. So this is also a three-dimensional figure, and it is a three-dimensional figure of a triangle. A cone has a three-dimensional geometrical shape that tapers smoothly from a flat base, usually circular, to a point called the apex or the vertex. Okay, the tip is called the apex or the vertex. So you have the curved surface area of the cone. When we cut a cone from its slant height, okay, that is from its curved part, the curved surface area of the cone is equal to area of the sector, that is half into L into 2 pi r. So it brings us to a formula pi r L. Okay, you can see the structure, how it has been done, and how do you get the formula out of it. Then talk about the total surface area of the cone. Total surface area will talk about the curved part and also the bottom part. So the total surface area of the cone will be curved surface area plus the area of the base, that is pi L plus pi r square, which will give us the total formula as pi r bracket r plus L. When we talk about the volume of the cone, now volume of the cone is basically the amount that can be withheld in that figure. So basically it is 1 by 3 pi r square h, that is 3 times the volume of the cone is equal to once the volume of the cylinder. So the cylinder and the cone are related, their volumes are related. It is 1 by 3rd of the volume of the cylinder. Okay. Then let us talk about the sphere and the hemisphere. Now sphere, the best example is a ball. Okay, so when it is cut from the middle, you get a structure that is called a hemisphere. Okay, like a circle which is two-dimensional in a mathematical sense, a sphere is a set of points that are all the same distance r from a given point in the three-dimensional space. This distance r is the radius of the sphere, and the given point is the center of the sphere. The maximum straight distance through the sphere passes through the center and is thus twice the radius, it is the diameter. Okay, So hemisphere refers to the equal halves of the sphere and can be called as a 3D design of a semicircle. So quickly let us see the surface area of a sphere. When we talk about painting or polishing the surface, it is related to the surface area. Okay, so surface area is basically related to all the four sides of the circle combined together or put together. So we have actually four circles on all different four corners. Okay, so there are four circles together, so the surface area comes to 4 pi r square. Okay, you can see how a sphere hemisphere is taken out of a sphere when it is cut from the center. Okay, so the surface area of a hemisphere is equal to 3 pi r square, and the curved surface area of the hemisphere will be 2 pi r square. Okay, why? Since when we are talking about TSA in of the hemisphere, the base also plays a part, but when we talk about the curved surface area of the hemisphere, we are only talking about the curved part, but we are not talking about the base. That is why it is 2 pi r square. Now the volume of the sphere. When we talk about the air in the solid or want to count the number of small objects from the bigger one, then it is related to the volume. So the volume of the sphere is equal to 4 by 3, 4 by third of the pi r cube. Okay, pi into r cube. R refers to your radius, and the volume of the hemisphere definitely will be half of the sphere, which is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube. So I hope this presentation would have made you clear with the formulas of all the 3D shapes, and we'll continue with the sums in the next presentation. Thank you.